So, have you played Nintendo World Championships NES Edition?
No, not yet. I haven't downloaded it.
You want me to tell you about it?
Yes, tell me.
So I like NES, and I got $30. So I tried it. I played it for like 3 or 4 hours, probably, maybe more. Because you get into a groove with it. Okay, so most people, hopefully, either on the 3DS or the Wii U, you've played the NES remix games. I know you have. I love those. I think they're really fun. They kind of make mini games and arcade style games out of NES games. It always felt like they were going to obviously push that towards SNES, but they never did. It always felt like they were going to port those systems to Switch. They never did. But this one, it's very similar. In fact, it has some of the same challenges. But one of the key differences is the layout. They have you on the left and then a recording of your personal best on the right. So you're always comparing yourself to your personal best. I've encountered nothing but speedrunning challenges. They're all speedrunning challenges. They're all like kill these 4 Octoroks as fast as you can. Go collect the sword as fast as you can. Kill the Lakitu as fast as you can. You know, get all the coins in the sub world as fast as you can. Whatever. And so the games, and I haven't gotten any more. Like, I don't know if you get to unlock games eventually, but Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Excite Bike, Balloon Fight, SMB 1, 2, and 3, and Japanese Super Mario Brothers 2, Kirby, Metroid. What are the shitty games? Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers, yeah.
Oh, and Kid Icarus, the other shitty one.
Yeah, I had a roommate who was ride or die Kid Icarus. I could never get into it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not sure I've ever met anybody who had it or who liked it. And Donkey Kong 2. That's in there as well. I kind of powered through the SMB 1, 2, and 3s really fast. One thing that's really cool is if you get an A ranking, you get a pin, and you get more coins, and the coins unlock the next challenge, sort of like NES Remix. And when you get to the end of the line, the end of the challenges, you have a big challenge. Just again, also like NES Remix, but it was different in that the big challenge in SMB1 was beat the game with warps. So you're speedrunning beating Super Mario Brothers 1, which is kind of fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Or it was the Super Mario Brothers 3 one was beat World 1, get the wand from World 1 from top to bottom. That's kind of enjoyable. And if you die, it rewinds you by 10 seconds or something. You never have to start a level over and you're I'm totally ruined. It just mistakes set you back 10 seconds is kind of what it turns into, or 5 seconds or something, whatever the time is. That's kind of cool.
And there's no graphical improvements. It's literally just the ROM, right? Because NES Remix had drop shadows and shit. I remember
nothing like that. Nothing like that. But I do have to say the versions that they're using are very low res. So low res that if you play this on a Switch Lite, it's kind of hard to see. It's too small. You're going to want to play it on an OLED or on a TV probably. In fact, I was finding, I was playing with the Pro Controller at first. I was this is just not, for speedrunning, this is just not working for me. It's too clumsy for NES games. And then I went to my SN30 Pro, the one with the handles, the 8-bit dough. That wasn't cutting it either. It's too, I have small hands, and the buttons were just a little too far away from one another, where I wasn't able to really, I don't know, and there was a little bit of lag. So I pulled the U. I bought the Nintendo Online control. They haven't come in yet, but I got an SNES, an NES, and an N64. And I got the Retro Blue, whatever, the dongle for my N64.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm going full first party.
Yeah, I've been using that for my N64 streams. It works most of the time. I think when it was really humid, for some reason it overheats or something. I don't know. It unpairs my thing. It's not a huge deal. I just unplug it and plug it back in. But there was a couple times it stopped working for some reason.
You said it had rumble. That was appealing to me.
Yeah, it has rumble, and you can switch it so that it has a virtual memory card inside it. So you can use a memory card for Turok or whatever the hell you have to use a memory card for.
Shaz the Empire.
Yeah.
Another weird thing was you can't restart a challenge. You can press the left trigger and right trigger simultaneously to stop a challenge, but they don't let you press start and restart. In fact, they don't let you pause at all in this one because it's speedrunning, I guess, is the idea.
Oh, all right.
It's weird. It feels weird. Where you're like, shouldn't I be able to pause if I have to pause?
It's strange that they haven't ported the NES remix at all.
Yeah, I'm like, this would have been the
sounds
time.
different enough.
This would have been the time.
Sounds different.
Or at least give me like I thought Mario 35 was the most fun of all of them. I could have played that thing forever, and at least like throw that in here.
Yeah, I don't know why that had to die.
But there aren't one of the things that's still really cool about NES Remix is, do you remember the remix concept, which was like, okay, you're going to play Donkey Kong, but as Link who can't jump, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This doesn't have, so far, this doesn't have any of that. It's pure speedrunning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what made Remix a little bit more appealing to me.
It does have like the fun kitschy vibe. It's got the, very 80s. It's one thing that's kind of fun is when you're setting up your profile, they make everybody choose a favorite NES game, and they give you an index of the entire library. So Batman the video game, and like all the licensed stuff is available. You can also choose like if you're looking at the Famicom library versus the NES library when you do that. In fact, I think there was like even like a Famicom view. Like you can look at everything using the Famicom posters.
They had the limited edition set where it comes with a lot of like little mini posters of the box art, which was kind of appealing, and it comes with like a fake cartridge. I thought about getting it, but it was just like, again, it's like, I don't know if I need more kitschy stuff around.
Before the podcast was rolling, we were talking about like, we've been buying things from Facebook Marketplace from people whose folks recently died and they're emptying their houses, and their junk is going into our houses, and we're like, well, we're going to die someday too. Should we maybe slow it down a little?
Yeah, so I don't need Gabriel to be throwing away some like NES remix or NES World Championship cards or whatever.
Saddling him with that kind of crap. So then there's like I think that's all just like speedrun mode. Then they have like survival mode and like world championships, which are the same thing, except you're competing in one and only competing against yourself in the other. So those are like 3 challenges in a row from 3 different games. And every week, I think, they come up with different challenges. They're like,
okay.
This week's silver cup is this, and this week's gold cup is this. Now, the online play is very interesting because it looks and feels like online play, but what's going on is it's a recording of somebody else playing at some point in time. You're not playing live against people. They took recordings of people, and then you're competing against the recordings. And so I actually think that's, I know some people really hate that because it kind of like takes away the visceral nature of it. I kind of like it because it makes no difference to me either way. And it means that like...
Yeah, because some people were complaining, I don't think there's leaderboards, they said.
Yeah, right.
There's
that's
no
right.
leaderboards.
They don't like that.
People were complaining about that.
But it's kind of server proof. It means that in theory, if they have enough recordings downloaded into the game, they don't have to, the competitive nature of it doesn't have to go away when the server goes down someday.
Right.
And also like it means before you start the next challenge, it'll wait for you to say, okay, I'm ready to play. It won't, the game won't get away from you because, you'll never be sitting in an empty lobby waiting for people to join.
True. Well, yeah, I'm not much of a online person anyway, so I don't really give a shit. But I'll probably check it out eventually. I bought the Elden Ring. This is just the package to Elden Ring, but I bought the DLC and I haven't really started it, so I've got a backlog already, and I feel like I'm behind on leisure.
Well, this one's just easy for me. Like this is
true.
very pick up and play and put down.
That's true.
But my major complaint, far and ahead above any other complaint that I have, is I think like most of the games suck. Like I know like a lot of people like Excite Bike and Balloon Fight. Balloon Fight I can fuck with for a couple of seconds, but I get pretty bored of it pretty quick. Excite Bike, I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't get the Excite Bike thing.
No, I don't Even though I had a channel called Excitement Bicycle, I don't like Excitement.
It's pretty. I mean, in the scheme of things, that's a pretty boring game, and I actually find it really frustrating. The overheating bike and the if you jump off a cliff and you wipe out. And I'm like, enough of this. And then Kid Icarus and Ice Climbers. So I'm like kind of dreading most of the challenges. I kind of powered through Super Mario Brothers and Zelda really fast, and now I'm in Kirby, and I'm left with like these games I don't really care to play. And I thought like
the dregs.
The dregs. I'm like, and they always card out these fucking like Ice Climbers. We can all agree on, right? Like nobody owned Ice Climbers. It's just because it's first party.
Yeah.
So
they were in Melee, the Smash Brothers Melee, so people remember them.
That gave it so much extra life because of fucking Smash Brothers. Somebody asked, they were like, well, okay, NES Remix had 13 games. What would your 13 games be if licenses be damned? I came up with these. Ready? I think this is a good list. This would make some. And I didn't just pick my favorite NES games. I picked games that you could fashion fun mini challenges out of because that's what the thing lives and dies by. So Castlevania 1. I think that one's like a little bit more iconic than Castlevania 3, even though you could do Castlevania 3, but I think 1 makes sense for a game like this.
You got to do 1.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, absolutely.
Contra.
Of course.
Dr. Mario.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
DuckTales.
Ooh.
There's a Arnold Schwarzenegger doing that. That's killing me. And the guy does the impression like, life is like a hurricane, and then he recorded him like way away from the mic, like here in Darkburg.
Life is like a hurricane. Here in Darkburg.
It's so funny. DuckTales.
DuckTales. Every day that I've been making DuckTales.
Okay, Contra, Dr. Mario, DuckTales, Kirby's Adventure. Yeah, keep that. Mario 1, 2, and 3. Mega Man 2.
Yeah, of course.
Tetris. I know you already got Dr. Mario. You could, one of those two could go.
Yeah.
But Tetris, come on. TMNT, the first TMNT. Not the beat 'em ups. I prefer the beat 'em ups, but they're not going to make fun micro games for you. But that frustrating TMNT game, you can make some fun little games out of that. And then Zelda 1, and I left Zelda 2 off, even though they do a lot of Zelda 2 stuff. I find it a little bit of a drag myself.
Zelda! Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, only from Nintendo.
Oh, I can't get enough of Zelda 2.
So you'd swap maybe Dr. Mario with Zelda 2 or Tetris with Zelda 2. Otherwise,
they'd all be Zelda 2.
Just Zelda. Well, they do have that here, so you can play that.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's my NES Edition thingy. I think it's cool that they're putting it out.
Yeah.
It's an easy buy for me. I'm an old man. I like NES. I'm gonna play it. Even if you cart Ice Climbers out.
Snackable nostalgia, yeah.
Snackable.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.